graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. We have some cool stuff going on, including tonight's game. The TCU Horned Frogs are going to be out at BYU taking on the Cougars. It should be a fun matchup tonight. Before we do get started, I want to make sure that I acknowledge everybody in the chat. Steve, what's going on, man? No ice hockey. We'll be doing some Flyers games in a little bit, just not this week. I want to try. I posted something. I don't know if you saw my post that I linked it in the chat. I made a post about like 5 days ago saying that I wanted to be covering some more stuff on the channel. So I will be doing some Flyers games when I can, but I wanted to just try out something new. I wanted to try something, and so I know that this is going to take a little bit of time, but I am really excited about doing more coverage. I really am. I'm just very excited about that, so I hope that you guys enjoy that as well. But yes, the TCU Horned Frogs are taking on the BYU Cougars tonight. The game will begin in about 4 minutes or so. If you guys want to watch the game, it'll be on ESPN2 once this current game is done. The Horned Frogs this year, they're 11-5. They are actually 1-2 in the Big 12, but BYU, on the other hand, 15-1, and they are 3-0 in the Big 12. But let's just talk a little bit about TCU really quickly. TCU has lost their last two games. They had a heartbreaker of a loss against the Kansas Jayhawks. They also lost against the Arizona Wildcats too. 86-73 was the score in that game. They started off really cold in the first half, and then they just they were able to catch fire offensively in the second half, but they allowed a lot of points. Toulson did have 20 points in that game, ended up shooting 6 for 8 from the field, and ended up making all 5 of his free throws, but they really weren't able to get a lot from their star player, and that was Punch. That's David Punch, 6 feet 7 inches tall, averaging 14.1 points per game. He's been their best scorer this year, but he was not. He was held in check in the last game. Ended up shooting 5 for 12. He was 0 for 3 from downtown, and had 10 points. Has not made a 3 yet in the month of January. So he's been very cold, and we'll see how he ends up doing tonight for TCU. As far as things go for BYU, though, on the other side, so BYU has just been playing very good basketball. Again, they're 3-0 in their conference, and they've been playing very spectacular basketball. They've won their last 12 games in a row. So they've been doing they've been playing very good basketball. They beat Utah 89-84. Then they also won before that against Arizona State, and also beat Kansas State as well. But this team, the one thing about them is that they have very good shooters, including AJ DeBonsta, who's averaging 22.9 points per game, also 4 assists as well, 1.5 steals, and he's been a very good facilitator for them, averaging just 31.8 minutes per game as well. He's a freshman from Brockton, Maryland, and the one thing that was actually really impressive, just watching him in his last game, looking at the highlights, the way that he's just able to take it over to the cup, and just for him to be able to initiate contact too, it's been pretty impressive watching him. Turnovers have been a little bit of a problem, but that's because his usage rate, again, has been really high, as more so of a point forward, if you will, the way that he plays out there for the BYU Cougars. So that's going to be something that I'm really intrigued about in this matchup, watching AJ go out there, seeing what he has in the gas tank, and also Richie Saunders, another guy that is averaging just less than 20 points per game this year, but he's been doing a good job, and the senior has been pretty dominant. He came off of a very good performance. He had a double-double in his last game, 24 points and 14 rebounds. What is he going to do out there as a guard in tonight's game? Well, we shall see. So I want to hear what your final score predictions are down below. So, yes, let's put on, again, they say that it's on ESPN News, and so we're going to put it on over there, as tip-off should be underway right now, or pretty soon. But, yeah, let me know what your final score predictions are down below. Oh, man. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Good stuff. 11:10 p.m. Eastern Time. That is when this game should be getting started. There's AJ DeBonsta, AJ, Richie, and also we didn't really talk about Robert Wright, but they've had 8 straight games where they have just been so dominant with 50-plus combined points. So you're going to be seeing a lot of them in tonight's game. And so we shall be ready for tip-off right now. BYU is in their white and blue uniforms, and TCU on the other side is in their purple and white uniforms. Here's the referees. We're ready to start things off. Edmonds, Punch, Lelevicius, Pierre, and Harding are the starters for TCU. And for BYU, it's DeBonsta, Cada, Davis Jr., Saunders, and Wright. There's a shot that goes up, and that is going to be good by Jaden Pierre. So he ends up driving it inside, and he knocks down the layup. Jaden Pierre getting things started for TCU. And so the guard, 6 feet tall, 177 pounds, from Elizabeth, New Jersey, able to get some points on the board. Here we go, a drive over to the basket, and the floater is up, and that is good. So BYU does respond on the other side. It was Robert Wright III that made the floater. After Jaden Pierre makes a bucket, Robert Wright says, you know, I got something up in my sleeve too. 2-2 is the score, and we played only a minute so far in this first half. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 that's up, and that's a splasher from Xavier Edmonds, a straight-on 3, and David Punch gets the apple that time. 5-2 TCU. There we go, another catch-and-shoot 3 on the other side by Lelevicius, and that's, or DeBonsta, that was no good. Lelevicius does get the rebound for TCU, and he will operate over on the other side. Have a dribble handoff, and that is going to go all the way over to Brock Harding, who tries to go up with a floater inside, can't get it, and Richie Saunders is going to haul on in the miss. And we talked about his double-double performance that he had in his last game. That guy can certainly snatch rebounds, and he also can light it up from 3, but not that time, as he tried to go up with a corner J from the three-point line, and it was no good. TCU has the rock, and a double team comes as they give it back outside, and another 3, no good. That was Xavier Edmonds who missed the tray, and Kennard Davis Jr. is going to get credited for the rebound. All right, so I might have to be changing the channel soon. AJ DeBonsta, by the way, 9 straight games with 20 points and 50% shooting from the field, which is really impressive. And that is also the longest in Big 12 history, which, again, just shows how dominant he's been this year. And he's been very strong. Here's a drive over to the basket and a little kick out that goes over to a three-point shooter, and that is up, and that's no good. That was Kennard Davis Jr. trying to nail it over from the near corner. Rebounded by TCU again. Here we go. Some good ball movement on both ends of the court, and a foul initiated. David Punch tried to take it right on over to the cup, and we had a foul on Lelevicius. How's everybody doing in the chat? Comment down below. Appreciate you guys very, very much. BYU a 13-point favorite. Both teams middling against the spread. Let's see if this game falls around that number. Yes, sir. 70-80. BYU is on the go with CeeLo. CeeLo's here. What's up, CeeLo? 88-75 input score. All right, cool. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Punch is at the line, averaging about 14.1 points per game. And he takes 2 dribbles, and the first free throw, he cannot connect there. It's going to hit off the front side of the rim. It's 11:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Last season, well, he was averaging 6.5 points per game along with 4.4 rebounds. And, well, he has doubled his points per game up to 14.1 points per game. His rebounds have certainly gone up, too. So he's getting a little bit over 3 rebounds a game compared to last year. Does not connect on either foul shot, and Richie Saunders will grab his miss and take it all the way over towards the near corner. Gets guarded again by David Punch, and Saunders looking for some help and ends up finding another BYU Cougar. That was Keba Keita, who ended up missing the 5-foot floater as it was denied by Xavier Edmonds, and a fight for the loose ball on the ground between Edmonds and Keita, and they will reward Keita with the offensive rebound. Edwards just got all in his face and was able to swap that basketball away, and then they just tried to fight for it on the ground, and so it'll still be BYU Cougars basketball. Again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. BYU 15-1 on the season, taking on the 11-5 Horned Frogs. Looks like we're going to have an inbound pass here underneath the basket. And trying to give it up is Robert Wright III. And we're going to have substitutions coming on in as a foul again was called. Jace Posey will sub on in for Xavier Edmonds, and Leo Torres Lalavicius, is going to sub on out for TCU. Micah Robinson also came on in for TCU as well. The inbound pass goes on over to a three-point shooter, and that's going to result in a shot clock violation as an air ball was performed. It was by Pierre. Pierre could not get the shot off. BYU is 0 for 5, their last 5, that is, from shooting the ball, and they have not been able to respond. 5-2 TCU in this game so far. Here we go. Dribbling and getting the handoff there. Richie Saunders tried to give it up, and TCU gets it back, and they put up a 3, and that one is up, and that one is good. Tell you what, the Horned Frogs are going off Jace Posey as soon as he comes on in, making a statement for the TCU Horned Frogs. And they're off to a very good start so far. We'll see if BYU responds on the other side. Spinning around, floating around, passing it around to another three-point shot by Richie Saunders is no good. That was Kennard Davis Jr. Offensive rebound, though, and trying to finish hard at the cup with the right hand is Robert Wright III again. Gosh, the way that he was just able to finish through traffic, that was very impressive. All right, 8-4 TCU. A kick out to another three-point shooter on the near side. Close, but no cigar. And we have another loose ball foul called. That's going to go against BYU. 15:52 to go. They're going to credit Micah Robinson with the offensive rebound. That was Brock Harding who ended up missing the three-point shot there on the near corner. He got a very good look. He's just not able to capitalize. There was a foul on Jace Posey. They keep showing replays. It's 8-4 so far. Horned Frogs in the lead right now. Posey with 3 points. Pierre does have 2. Wright has 4. He has all 4 points for BYU. And we have a timeout taken over on the TV side of things. And then Jace Posey just hit a 3. All right, so now we got to change the channel. We're going to do that right now, as we had a timeout called. Oh, man. So, just wanted to say, hey, buddy, keep grinding. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Sorry if I'm not looking up as much. Again, we're just trying to get familiar with doing this. So, it might be taking us a little bit of time. But, again, I do appreciate your patience. And I just want to continue to try this out. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm all for trying new things. I really am. So, appreciate you all for being on here. Oh, I got to change my background over on the virtual side of things. Let me do that really quickly. Vertical scenes, vertical sources. And I got to get this back up. There it is. Okay. That is good. Nice. Take off vertical sources. Take off vertical scenes. Got it. I appreciate you, man. Where's everybody tuning on in from? Let us know down below tonight. We appreciate you all for being on here. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Started covering some college basketball. Wanted to try to do that this week. I posted an announcement about it. Some of you guys may have not gotten that notification, but I posted the schedule of what we're going to be doing this week. And, again, it's going to be a work in progress, but I do hope that you guys enjoy because I want to call more games. I really do. I think that would be really cool. 8-4 TCU. The Horned Frogs do have the lead, and so far the shooting has been very good in this game. The Horned Frogs have definitely gotten to their spots, and it seems like that they've been very poised with their shooting. BYU, on the other hand, they are 0 for 4 from downtown and are just shooting 29% from the field. And they have got to make some adjustments. AJ DeBonsta this year averaging 22.9 points per game, of course, for BYU. We also haven't necessarily talked a lot about Kennard Davis Jr. and guys like Dawson Baker, but Baker has played in 6 games, averaging 7.5 points per game, including 1.7 rebounds. Then got another really good rebounder in Keba Keita, who's averaging 8 rebounds per game this year. So this is the best start that BYU has had since the 2010-2011 season. And they are looking to add on to that. TCU on the other side, they're playing really good basketball. They are. Again, they lost 2 Big 12 games and have won 1. But this is a big game for them to see if they can go up against one of the best teams in the conference. All right, here we go. So we were going to have an inbound pass, and that's going to go all the way to right. As BYU gets the ball again, we move from left to right, and BYU has possession of the basketball. Tanner Toulson just subbed on in for TCU, and David Punch took a seat. Also, Xavier Edmonds came on in, and Brock Harding is now going to go on over to the bench. 8-6, there was a turnover by BYU. AJ DeBonsta was able to, make a layup over on the other side. And that's what made it 8-6. On the other side, though, for TCU, a baby hook by Xavier Edmonds, and that one is up, and it's good. Xavier Edmonds, 3 points, 1 board, and 1 for 2 from the field. He is shooting-wise. Makes a little baby hook. 10-6. Horned Frogs. Another catch-and-shoot 3, and that's up, and that's going to go in and out. For BYU, it was Richie Saunders, and the ball will head on out of bounds. Just saw the NBA scores. See that Dallas is down 84-68. That's the score of that game. AJ, 18 years old, went to St. Sebastian High School. He's from Brockton, Massachusetts. Was a McDonald's All-American player last year and a 2-time Nike Hoop Summit player in 2024 and in 2025. 10-6 TCU out in front. Levichis just came on in for TCU, and Posey subbed on out. Here's a floater inside. That one won't go. Offensive rebound by BYU, and here they come again. Williams goes down underneath the baseline, and he is fouled. .24 left to go in this first half. Again, appreciate you all for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. You guys are the absolute best. You guys are absolutely awesome. The foul, by the way, was on Jaden Pierre. And free throws coming up for BYU. The first one is no good. This is Richie Saunders again. He's from Riverton, Utah. 1 the Big 12 most improved player last year? Is at the line for one more, and he puts it up and connects. So that now makes it a 10-7 ball game. We've played just less than 4.5 minutes so far in this first half of play. Horned Frogs trying to respond over on the other side. Brock Harding gets it over on the far side of the wing, dumps it off, and gives it up. And there's a 2 that's up and in by Boskovi. Man, nice shot by him. Was able to make that one. That was Mihailo Boskovic. Excuse me. Here's a little shot that goes up, and it is blocked and rejected. Micah Robinson, though, ended up making the layup, and Tanner Toulson got the block on the other side. It was off of the misfire 3 by Richie Saunders, and then Boskovic got the offensive rebound and just was able to lay it up and lay it on in to make it now 12-9 Horned Frogs. BYU cutting back, though. We also had a foul on Brock Harding as well. So the and one is good, and now it's a 2-point game. Certainly seems like BYU is finding themselves a little bit of a rhythm. All right, 12-10 so far. TCU trying to respond on the other side. Looking for a handoff to a 3-point shot, and it just hits off the front side of the rim. Off target. Again, that was Micah Robinson. Not able to hit that shot. And as the ball does go on out of bounds for BYU, that is going to result in the turnover. Mihailo Boskovic ended up making a bad pass there, and it went on out of bounds over towards the near sideline. And TCU is going to get the ball back. They will credit Brock Harding with the steal. All right. Got a late one tonight, man. Got a late one tonight. Kennard Davis is going to come on in, and A.J. Devonsta will take a little breather over on the bench. So the lineup right now for BYU, it's Davis Jr., Saunders, Wright, Boskovic, and Miris all out there as we have a foul called. David Punch will now sub on in for TCU. He just missed a floater inside, as he will step on in. Punch, Edmonds, Lelevicic, Harding, and Toulson all out there for the Horned Frogs. Getting it over on the near side is Punch, and Punch goes up with a 2. No good. Offensive rebound by Edmonds, and he puts it up on the second try and knocks it down. 14-10 Horned Frogs. Good job by Edmonds to just be able to clean the glass and put it back up and put it on in. Here we go. Boskovic with the handoff there. Gives it back over to Miris, who goes downhill, finds Saunders in the dunker spot, and the reverse layup is good. They have not had a response for Saunders, as he is able to make another shot there. Now 3 points for him so far today. 12:24 left to go in the first, and we have another stoppage in play. I'm going to say, it feels like Saunders is more than that so far. And we're going to take a timeout with 12:24 left to go. I believe, is there a timeout called? I stand corrected. Thought that they were signaling for a timeout. Again, still getting used to this. Devonsta is going to step back on in as he deflects the ball, comes away with the steal, and BYU has numbers over on the other side. Davis Jr. on a drive to the basket gets a lot of contact down low from Punch, and that is going to be another turnover on BYU. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons too. Trapped over in the backcourt is Harding. He'll bounce pass it over to Lelevicic. And they'll reset again at the top of the key. Harding takes it over to the nail. One more bounce pass to a wide-open Edmonds in the dunker spot. And all he has to do is just put it up and put it on in. Too easy. 16-12. No blockers in front of him at all as BYU's defense collapsed there. Devonsta back out there looking to put his defender on skates. Takes it over to the foul line extended. Drives it over to the cup. No foul called, but he tries to come up with a steal off of the rebound of Edmonds. Almost deflected it out of his hands, and Edmonds still retains control of the basketball. Edmonds riding downhill, but he's going to get called for a travel, and that is going to result in another TCU turnover. All right, 11 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first half. Both teams about balanced with the rebounding battle so far. 9 for BYU and 8 for TCU so far. But both teams shooting-wise from 3 are 2 for 6 from downtown combined. So we have a timeout taken with 11:29 to go in the first half. And BYU and TCU will be right back in just a little bit. Oh, man. How we feeling, chat? What's going on, man? Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to tune on in. You guys are absolutely awesome. You really are. It's fun. It's fun calling college hoops again. It really is. I know that it's, again, going to take us a little bit of time for us to just develop the rhythm again, but this is part of, like, the ramping up, you know? So I'm just happy that we're able to call these games, and it's really nice for us to be able to do this. So it's not going to be pretty at first, but hopefully as we continue to do this, it'll continue to get better. And I just appreciate everybody who's been here from the good and from the bad times, you know? It really means the world to me. It just does. What else do I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about something else, and now I can't necessarily seem to remember what that was. I have a brain freeze. I do. A little bit of a brain freeze. BYU is a 13-point favorite. Both teams middling against the spread. Let's see if this game falls around that number. Yeah, just going back to the spread right now, just to see some live updates on that. Vegas, did they show it over on ESPN? I thought that they would. And again, this is all part of the learning experience, right? Nothing. Nope, they don't update the lines. Nothing on this game. Probabilities, they do say that TCU's probability is at 24.6 and BYU's probability is at 75.4. Now that's interesting. I don't know how they get those analytics. I'm sure that lines certainly have to play into a factor with that. But, Ooh. It's 11:32 p.m. Eastern Time. Michigan is up 37-26 against the Washington Huskies, and that has 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the first half. Arizona, the Wildcats, up against Arizona State University, 35-34. That game is actually on FS1. And then Nevada beating USU, University of, that's the Utah State Aggies. Sorry about that. They're up 35. They're up 44-42. Nevada, that is. So it's a good early lead, though. Congratulations, also, by the way, to Jimmer Fredette. They just announced today that they're gonna that BYU is going to retire his number and put it in the rafters in February. So that is a really cool and exciting thing for him. Obviously, an incredible college basketball player, and rightfully deserves that. As we are back in play right now, BYU just tried to go up with, or it was Toulson who ends up getting subbed out. Jaden Pierre came on in for him. And then Micah Robinson subbed on in too. We're going to have some free throws as at the line, shooting a pair of foul shots. That'll be A.J. Devonsta. He got fouled by Micah Robinson. Free throw number 2 for BYU is good. 16-14 with 11-13 to go in the first half. Out there for the Frogs is Punch, Lelevicic, Pierre, Harding, and Robinson. Devonsta still out there too for BYU. And so here we go. Here's a step back 3 by Pierre. In and out it goes. Rebounded by Cada. So he was able to take that one away. Right. Going on down the lane. Right. Spinning. Turning. Going up over Harding. Can't finish that time. And the rebound again goes over to Robinson as he corrals the miss and catches it right on off the glass. Again, over on the near side. Devonsta playing defense all over Lelevicic. And he'll go downhill, goes up with a shot. That was Punch, and he got that thing denied. I mean, just absolutely blocked on the other side. And we have a foul as BYU got the ball back. Cada ended up getting recognized for the block there. Devonsta got the rebound, and then he just took it right on over towards the baseline. And we have another whistle called. So the clock will stop with 10:19 to go in the first half. The foul was on Punch. One thing about Devonsta, obviously he draws a lot of free throws. He has very good footwork. And his game has, I mean, there's a reason why he's one of the best players in the conference. He's had a lot of success. The freshman from Brockton, Maryland, or Massachusetts, excuse me, has shot the ball 6 for 11 in his last game, 7 for 13 the game before that, 8 for 15 3 games ago, and then 11 for 13. So he's just so efficient shooting-wise from the field. We're tied up at 16 apiece. 10 minutes to go in the first half here between BYU and TCU. Here we go, a drive to the basket, then a kick out for another three-point shot, and that's Robinson. Could not knock it down that time. Here come the Cougars on the other side, and the ball's going to get deflected and stolen back by Pierre. And off to the races again is Robinson. Tries to lay it up and in. Won't go that time. Wright gets the steal. Right over to Devonsta again on the drive to the basket. Layup, Eurostep. Got it. And BYU back out in front. Devonsta leading the way with 6 points. 18-16 as the Cougars again retake the lead. Harding lets it fly. Won't go that time. And Devonsta again corralling his 3rd rebound of the game. He wants to take on Robinson. Instead, he's going to pass it around. The ball goes around the timeline. There's a 3 by Wright on the near corner. Couldn't get it that time. It's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by BYU. And it'll be Horned Frogs basketball. So Devonsta, you watch the reverse layup that he just hit. He took it right over to the baseline, had a Euro step, and then just hit it with the right-handed reverse layup underneath the right side of the rim. Most consecutive 20-point games in Big 12 history. Trey Young, of course, leads the way with 18. And Devonsta, well, he's tied with Buddy Hield, Corey Carr, and Raif LaFrentz. 18-16 with 8:53 left to go in the first. A drive over to the basket by Xavier Edmonds. Couldn't finish, though, that time. And the Cougars have some momentum on the other side again. So they'll hand it off. Davis Jr. gives it over to Saunders. Saunders gets it back over at the top of the key. Got the pass from Maboop. And Saunders with a tough finish. Does he get it? No. But he is fouled. He initiated a lot of contact there and tried to hit the underhanded scoop layup. And he got hit hard, and he took a trip to the deck, and he will make his way back to the line for a pair of foul shots with 8:33 remaining in the first. Obviously, got to give a lot of credit to Kevin Young for the success of this Cougars team this year. He's been doing an incredible job as their head coach. First free throw hits off the front side of the rim, and that one is good. Obviously, coaching on the other side is Jamie Dixon for the Horned Frogs. and he has to be happy with how his team has played overall this year. Saunders makes the first foul shot. Free throw number 2 is up, and it's a swisher. 4-point lead for the Cougars with just a little bit over 8.5 minutes to go, and they're on an 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes of play. Crossing over on the near side is Pierre. He hands it off. He gets it back. He is being heavily guarded, and that was by Davis Jr. Pierre crossing over, giving it up, and finding another three-point shooter, and that's up, and that one is good as well. Oh, gosh, what a shot there. That was Toulson who knocked down that shot. And now that makes it 20-19. Tanner Toulson from 24 feet off of the assist, the hockey assist by Robinson. There we go, 2019. Saunders just missed a little baby hook and couldn't get it to go. And TCU looking to try to get the lead back as we potentially ride the seesaw. Toulson looking to go up with a shot. And another foul called. Less than 8 minutes to go in the first, and we'll have another TV timeout taken. 20-19, Cougars on top, and Horned Frogs looking to try to respond at the line once the timeout is over. Nice. I think we're getting used to this, man. I really do. I think that we're starting to get our flow back in this, which is awesome. It's really great, and I am very happy about that. If you're tuning on in for the very first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Sixers basketball, Eagles football, Phillies baseball, and we also do, we just started doing college hoops. So we hope that you guys stick around and that you give us a little bit of a chance. But again, appreciate you guys for staying up. I know it's a late night. It is. It's a very late night. But we got some hoops going on. We do. And we're trying to get more games on it. I forgot we got a Tar Heels game next week. Is Lomball here? I don't think Lomball's on. I don't think that he's on. So what was I gonna say? I was gonna tell you guys something, and now I forget what it was. I don't know why. I forget what it was, and it was actually a good story too. But it'll most likely. Oh yeah. So for those of you who don't have Verizon, so Verizon had a big outage today, and people I think are still without service, but not in my area. But they had a huge outage, and so I had to run some errands today, and it was tough because I had to pick somebody up, and obviously I didn't have my GPS working, so it took a couple of detours. I ended up getting to my destination, but it took me a little bit longer. But it was just so annoying because I couldn't communicate with him. But we ended up I ended up getting him back, and that was okay. But you know, it's just I bring this up because sometimes like you just there's things in life that you just can't expect to happen, and sometimes like. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to laugh at certain things. You know? Wasn't really much of a story there. Thought that there was going to be more. Nope. But did anybody else have that problem too? Anybody else have Verizon and have issues with Verizon today? Because that's like the most trending topic over on Twitter. 7:47 to go in the first half. So we're going to have some free throws coming on up. They just took a TV timeout, and they just came out of the TV timeout. There's Andy Toulson. That's Tanner's father. Was a BYU guard back in 1984 to 85. Also played a couple of more years after that, too. So here we go. At the line, putting up the first free throw. And knocking down the second one. That is going to be why am I blanking out? Who was that? Who just made that? What the heck? That was Toulson, who just made both of those free throws. Duh. Here we go. Another little jump shot that's up and no good that time. Over on the near side. Okay, 21-20. Here we go. Getting it over at the top of the key and running it downhill and putting it up and putting on in. That was Boskovic. And Boskovic able to make the little runner inside. 21-20 now is the score. We did have some substitutions coming on in. AJ DeBonsta is back out there. Did miss a 15-foot jump shot, but he's back in there. 21-20 is the score. BYU down by 1. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first half. Appreciate you all for being on here. Let's go. Looking to pass it over on the near sideline is Pierre, and he gives it up over to Robinson. Robinson swings it around the timeline. Posey back out there too. Posey tries to take it down the lane, spins, turns, goes up against DeBonsta, and wins the battle. Didn't even put a hand up as he got him right on skates. 23-20, Horned Frogs out in front by a trace with 6.5 minutes to go. DeBonsta looking for some revenge. Kicks it out over to Davis Jr. on the near side. Davis at the three-point line. Crosses over. Leaves it back with the left hand and passes it over towards his right-hand man. And that is Wright the third, who puts up a tray, and the guard cannot knock it down. He's 2 for 4 shooting-wise from the field. Does have 1 rebound, no assist though, and 4 points in this ball game so far. 7-0 run for the Horned Frogs over their last 2 minutes. A floater, no good. And on the second try, that's no good either. That was Xavier Edmonds, who got his own miss and tried to put it back up and in. And we had some contact called with 6:01 left to go in the first. They just do not have an answer for Xavier Edmonds. This guy has just been getting everywhere that he wants to. And as a junior, I mean, you talk about a guy that's 6 feet 8 inches tall. He's just bullying everybody downhill, and you love to see it. He plays with a lot of physicality. Did have a block in his last game. Actually has had a block in 4 of his last 5 games. And also 2 steals in his last 5 games as well. BYU, the main storyline for them tonight is that they are 0 for 7 from downtown. They have not made a 3 in this ball game. 6 minutes to go in the first half between the Horned Frogs and the Cougars. Edmonds, who missed the first free throw, does knock down the second one. Keita will sub back in for the Cougars. And Miris also coming on in as well. It's a 4-point ball game. Horned Frogs out in front, trying to get their 12th win of the season and their second win against a Big 12 team. 5:53 left to go in the first half of this game. Here's Wright looking to try to penetrate on offense. He's being heavily guarded by Pierre. What's going to happen here? Wright goes past Pierre, takes it down the lane, kicks it out, and another 3 by DeBonsta. Oh, he had the look, couldn't get it that time. On the reverse layup as the offensive rebound is good by Keita. He puts it up and somehow puts it in with a lot of contact down low. Oh, what a reverse layup that was. How did he get that off? That is just absolutely ridiculous. He will go to the line for one more. The foul was on David Punch. He tangled him right on the shoulders, and the and one is no good. However, It's saved as the ball was going out of bounds by DeBonsta. DeBonsta nearly threw it away. He gets it back over on the baseline, Euro step, and a handoff over to Davis Jr., and DeBonsta will reset again at the point. DeBonsta to right for a near corner three. Bullseye! 25-24, and the Cougars crowd explodes. 5:08 left to go in the first, and we have a timeout taken. That's the third timeout of the game. Starting to get things rolling, that's for sure. David Punch has been held scoreless in this game, if you can believe that. What a game. It's a good one. It's a good game. All right, Cougars out in front, 25-24. Robert Wright just made a big-time three on the near side. I'll tell you what, DeBonsta just made an incredible save, and the ball ended up going into Davis Jr.'s hands, and then Davis got it back. It was stolen by Toulson, and then he stayed with the play. Give him credit there. And then BYU was able to capitalize on the man advantage, if you will. And so 5:08 left to go in the first half. TCU has already called one timeout. BYU still has all of their timeouts remaining. All right, 5:08 left to go in the first. Timeout was taken by TCU. On the near side, getting it is Robinson. He resets over at the top of the key. Harding trying to initiate some contact, gives it back, and will cross on over. A little jab step by Posey. Harding with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He's looking for some help. He has to get it off, and he passes it. There's a shot that goes up. It's deflected, and I believe a shot clock violation is going to be called. Xavier Edmonds did just come on in for TCU, and David Punch will take a seat, and so will Jaden Pierre, as Brock Harding is his substitution as well. 25-24. That was a bad possession by the Horned Frogs. And the Cougars are looking to add on to their lead again. DeBonsta on a drive to the basket. No good that time. That was actually Wright who tried to do it. And up ahead, going downhill with that, Esteen is Robinson. And he does initiate some contact, and he is fouled. The transition game has been very good for the Horned Frogs. They just made the two, and they'll go to the line for one more. Oh, boy. Micah Robinson, 6 feet 6 inches tall, averaging 10 points per game this year, and he is shooting 39% from the field, capitalizes on the and one, and that will increase TCU's lead to 2. BYU again has Wright. All eyes are on him. Dump off pass to Davis Jr. Davis sets a pick for Wright as he maneuvers down the lane. Is heavily guarded and passes it outside, and there's a three that's airballed by Cada. Couldn't get it off as it hit off the front side of the rim. He got it off. It was just not a good look because they played a very good defense on that side of the ball. We have a travel called on Harding for picking up his pivot foot. Harding was being heavily guarded by DeBonsta, and he had nowhere to go, and he is not happy about that. But we have another timeout taken with 3:48 to go. Brock Harding got called for a turnover, and we have another timeout taken. Appreciate you all for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 27-25 Horned Frogs out in front. The main storylines for the game, Horned Frogs have Edmonds, who has 10 points in this one. He's 4 for 8 from the field and also has 5 rebounds. The other thing, too, to note that we haven't necessarily talked about is the amount of points in the paint has been very balanced for both teams so far. It feels like it's just one of those games where obviously you see that you see that the three-point shot's not falling. Both teams combined are 4 for 19. BYU has only made 1 3, and that was from Wright. That was it. That was the only 3 that they've made so far in this game. But TCU has found a way to still stay alive with this, and that's because they're doing a good job rebounding. They're also causing some turnovers, and it seems like that both teams are playing high-end quality basketball, and it really just comes down to who wants it more. That's really what it's all about. Okay. We got the bots on here. What's up, bots? Knicks are down by 20. The Knicks are down by 20 points. Oof. Anybody else doing the BYU game, just out of curiosity? Over on the YouTube side of things? Just curious. Just curious. BYU versus TCU. Oh, yeah, there's more people doing it. They're probably showing the game, too. Rising Rhino is here in the chat. What's going on, Rhino? How you doing, my friend? Guys, if you love football, now is the time, really, to get into football because Rising Rhino is covering the NFL playoffs. I mean, like, that's the main thing right now. He's also doing the national championship game on Monday as well. You should definitely go check him out for that. He does everything football. He also does Colorado Avalanche hockey and Denver Nuggets basketball as well. That'll more so pick up once the football season is done, but you can definitely go check him out. Rhino, drop your link down below. As always, you're more than welcome to do that. Rising Rhino says illegal streams. Yeah, there's people. There's people that are mostly doing that. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. We control what we can control. Obviously, you know, if anybody does see somebody doing something illegal, try to take them down, I guess, because that's not fair. But it is what it is. I'm just happy that you guys are here. Oh, yes, thanks, man. Of course, absolutely. So, again, the Cougars are down by 2. It's 27-25. The Horned Frogs do have the lead. Edmonds leading the way for the Horned Frogs with 10 points. And DeBonsta, of course, has been very well as advertised. 8 points for him in this game. You could definitely see that he's been very explosive. Wright gets it over at the top of the key for BYU. Gives it back up and puts up a shot. And that one won't go. So that is going to be rebounded by TCU as they have numbers again over on the other side. Posey giving it back, lighting up a 3. That is Toulson, or Robinson, that is. And that is going to not go in. And we have another whistle called. Of course, no problem, my friend. Appreciate you for being on here. If anybody else is here in the chat, let me know where you guys are tuning on in from. How did you guys get on into college basketball? Would really love to hear where your fandom started, how your fandom started, when your fandom started, why your fandom started, who, what, when, where, why, how. Let me know down below. 3:17 to go in the first half. So the foul, by the way, was on Keba Keita. And we're going to have some free throws. Couldn't necessarily tell at first who the foul was on, but ESPN app says that it was on Keba Keita. And so we're going to have some free throws. And here's the first one. It's a 1-on-1 situation, and it's good. Richie Saunders, 5 points. He's over on the bench. 1 for 7 shooting-wise from the field. He's been a little bit cold towards the latter part of the first half here. Didn't expect you to be on, says Rising Rhino. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to do some college basketball. Here's another free throw, and that is up, and that's good. So Xavier Edmonds able to knock down both foul shots. He hit the 1-and-1, and the lead is back to 4 for the Horned Frogs. Saw Dallas Mod on here a little bit earlier. That was really awesome during the Sixers game, so that was really cool. Yeah, we were talking a lot about desserts. We did. We talked a lot about desserts and talked a lot about food Over on the near side for BYU is Wright. He gives it back, and another spot-up three by Davis Jr. It won't go, and another whistle called. There's the whistle on this time. It'll be on Edmonds for a loose ball foul. Yeah. Just a little bit under the 3-minute marker to go in the first half. Again, in case you're just tuning on in, the BYU Cougars down 29-25. That's because they're shooting 29% from the field, and TCU is shooting 40% in this game, and they've made 2 more threes. Here's more foul shots coming on up. Kadeem Mboop is going to come on in. And Kadeem, who's at the line, does make the first free throw. And the second attempt is going to come on up in just a few seconds. Here it is. It's going to hit off the back iron, and it'll be rebounded by the Horned Frogs. Giants' John Harbaugh working to finalize a deal. That was breaking news that just showed up on the ESPN TV side of things. Here's a drive to the basket by Harding, and what an unselfish play that was, but they're going to call a travel. He handed it off over to Edmonds, and Edmonds gets called for a travel for picking up again. He picked up his pivot foot, and he took 3 steps, too. Gosh, a double whammy there. 29-26, and that was an awesome pass, too, by Harding. Another no foul called on the other side. That was AJ DeBonsta, who had a lot of traffic on him. Pierre got the rebound, and he's fouled. 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the first half. It's sort of slowing up a little bit over here. Both BYU and TCU, of course, are part of the Big 12. The Cougars are 3-0 in their conference. That's actually tied for second. They are tied with Arizona. Both teams are 3-0 there. Houston is 4-0. They have a 16-1 overall record. They've been playing very good basketball this year. Edmonds makes the first foul shot. The foul was on Mboop. And the second free throw, he'll connect that time, 31-26, and another stoppage in play. It just seems like that the Horned Frogs have really done an awesome job at defending not only the three-point shots, but they're also getting to stay on their man, and they're making it really difficult for the Cougars to just get anything up and in the paint as well. Chase Posey just came on in for TCU. On the other side, a layup, no good, by A.J. DeBonsta. Is down on the other side. Hopefully he gets back up. And he's not back in the picture. Here's a three-pointer that's up, and that's no good. And that's going to be rebounded. DeBonsta is in pain. Oh, no. DeBonsta still out there. And there's a shot that goes up for BYU, and that is good. DeBonsta is he's jogging over on the other side. Still does not necessarily look like himself. And we'll keep our eyes on him. 1:40 left in the first half. A kick out to a three-point shot, and it's money by Robinson. 34-28 is the score. You can see DeBonsta still walking with 1:24 left to go, and we're going to have a stoppage in play right now. 34-28 with 1:24 left to be played. And there's DeBonsta. They're still showing him over on the sideline. He's hunched on over. He's staying on in as there is a timeout. John Harbaugh and the Giants are working to finalize an agreement to make him New York's next head coach. Oh, gosh. Crazy. That is wild. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bell icons, too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Man. So Micah Robinson hit a tray. BYU did just call a timeout to try to reset here. Time is at 12:04 a.m. Eastern Time. It's fun covering college hoops, man. It really, really is. It's so much fun. They expect that DeBonsta is going to be the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft. But I guess it all depends on which team, which team is first. Okay, here we go. Aleksej Kostic is out there. After BYU's timeouts, we had another stoppage in play. There was a foul on A.J. DeBonsta, and they called a turnover. He's going to go on over to the sideline, and that is going to be it for him in this first half. Boscovich just came on in for BYU and replaced DeBonsta over on the other side. Robinson with a handoff, and that's supposed to go over to Harding. Harding hands it off over to Levicic. And 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. A drive to the basket by Harding. Can he finish with the left hand? No, he cannot. And rebounded by the Cougars. They have plenty of time here. Wright is double-teamed. Wants to take on Posey and goes down the lane. Can't hit it that time. Another rebound by Levicic. And he tries to go coast to coast. It's denied on the other side. Incredible block there. 36-28. Fumbling the basketball. And getting it back, though, is Wright on the other side for BYU. And we are going to have another turnover. It's going to be another travel violation called, if you can believe that. Mahalo Boscovich just did an incredible job getting up there, denying Pierre going on over to the rim. So there's about 0.4 of a second differentiating the game clock from the shot clock. Which means that they can just pull this one out, right? Dominique Diomande will step on in for BYU as well. 15 seconds left with the ball now is Harding, and he's just over at the logo, waiting the move. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Another screen comes. Wright goes down in some pain, and we have another 3 by Levicic, and that's no good. It's going to be airballed and going out of bounds. 4.6 seconds are left to go in the first half. 36-28. BYU fans on their feet, not happy with how things have gone so far. Everything has been going the Horned Frogs' way for the most part. They've been dictating the tempo. They've been playing very physical, and you just got to tip your cap to them because of how well that they've been playing. Here we go, an inbound pass over from Pierre, and it goes over to Robinson, who goes up with a layup inside, and we have a foul called. Robinson ended up fouling Wright with 1 second left on the game clock. Just love the skills that this guy has. The way that he's just able to cross over, his dribble moves. I mean, it's like the ball just does not stick to him. It's just, he's just able to provide some really good dribble moves. He's at the line, by the way. And the first free throw he puts up, he'll knock it on down. They'll make it now 36-29. Another sub for the Cougars. The foul was on Jaden Pierre. Another foul shot and another make to make it 36-30. And that's going to wrap up the first half. They did hand it off, but there was no chance that they were going to get a three-quarters court shot. The Horned Frogs, though, up 36-30 against the Cougars. And so they'll be back in just a little bit as they go on into halftime. But the Horned Frogs, man, surprised that they're 4 for 13 shooting-wise from the field or from beyond the arc. But even more surprising is the Cougars because they're 1 for 11 from downtown. And just to put it in perspective, this is a team, as they ended up facing Utah, they shot the ball. I mean, they didn't shoot the ball the best in that game. They were 6 for 26 from downtown as a team, but they did put up a lot of points in the paint. But they can light it up from three. They certainly can. They've shown this year that they are certainly capable of doing that. I mean, against the Arizona State Sun Devils, the team shot 45% from three. They were 14 for 31 from downtown. They were getting the shots off that they wanted to. Everything was going on in that game. But sometimes it's just about, how hot the team is. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back in just a few moments. All right, I will see you soon. Give me about 3 minutes just to get up and stretch and, take care of business. And I'll be right back. Play-by-play with JJ's coverage of the TCU Horned Frogs BYU Cougars basketball game. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. Obviously, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too. This is our second college basketball game that we've done all season. We did a game last night, and that was really cool. So that was awesome. The Kansas Jayhawks ended up winning against Iowa State. And that was a fun one to call. The Cyclones were undefeated, and they ended up losing to Kansas. And tonight, well, the BYU Cougars are a little bit behind against the TCU. The Horned Frogs have been doing a really good job at just controlling the tempo of this game so far, and it's been a little bit more of a surprise from just a BYU perspective because TCU is not ranked, right? And BYU is obviously ranked 11th in the country. They're 3-0 in the Big 12, 15-1 on the season, but the Horned Frogs a lot of credit because They've been very physical on the defensive side of the basketball. You've definitely seen some big plays from guys like Xavier Edmonds, who's just been a workhorse downhill. He has a couple of blocks in the game. Has been a huge plus-minus for them, and he's been carrying. I mean, he's getting shots off on the offensive side. He also knocked down a three as well. He's 5 for 6 from the line. Just watching them play, it just feels like that the Cougars are just having some issues dealing with him. Specifically, guys like DeBonsta just have not been able to solve him well. And same thing with Keita as well. Keita did get a couple of rebounds, but he's been sort of getting boxed out by Xavier Edmonds quite a little bit of time. And when they needed some offensive rebounds, he was there and he got them for them. He really did. So give him a lot of credit where credit is due when it comes to that. Something else that I wanted to point out, too, is that David Punch in this game, you would think that if the Horned Frogs were up in this game, that David Punch at least would have some sort of scoring, right? And that's really not been the case in this game. As a matter of fact, David Punch has a donut. He doesn't have any points in this one at all whatsoever. And Lelevicius doesn't have any points either, too. Both of them combined in 20 minutes of play are 0 for 3 from the field. And Punch is just getting absolutely demolished down low. Richie Saunders, every time that he's been guarding him, it seems like that he's been doing a good job on the defensive side. Same thing with Kennard Davis Jr. So I'm really shocked at how many misses the Cougars have had from three, but also just the fact that they've been blanked down low in the paint. And they've had to make some really tough shots. They just have not made easy buckets in this game so far. And that's really the surprise on my end. Now, the Horned Frogs have turned the ball over 7 times, and you figured that that was going to be the case, that they were going to be playing some sloppy basketball. But BYU really just has not done a good job at capitalizing on those turnovers. They only have 5 fast break points. And that's, again, very telling as to how they've played out in the transition game so far in this one. But we'll see what the adjustments are going to be in the second half. And, maybe David Punch is going to step up for the Horned Frogs and get out of his bad rhythm that he's in. He only has 3 shot attempts, but every time that he's been attempting a shot, he's just absolutely clobbered downhill. The other thing that's kind of surprising, too, is that the Cougars in this game only have 4 points from their bench. I mean, Muris has none. Koshti came on over in the game at the last minute. He doesn't have any points either, but it's been all their starters who've been doing a lot of the damage in this game. So that's really been the main storylines for tonight. What do you guys think, though? I want to hear what your thoughts are if you are just tuning on in. If you're in the shadows and if you like college basketball, really just come on and give me your thoughts about how you think that this game has gone. Are you surprised that the Cougars are down? Are you surprised that the Horned Frogs are playing really well and that they're dictating their own pace of basketball? I'd really like to hear your thoughts about that. But, yeah, 36-30 is the score. I guess, though, as far as second half adjustments go, BYU is just going to have to find a way to just neutralize Edmonds. Every time that guy is going downhill, it's either a monster dunk or it's just a nice little reverse layup. And speaking of reverse layups, too, the other thing that's been very impressive, and obviously you've been hearing a lot about it, if you've been watching college basketball, and there's a reason why this guy is projected to go as a top 5 pick, arguably top 2. That's AJ DeBonsta. That guy, just the way that he is able to finish, not even just finish with the layups, but the crossovers that he has and the ball handling skills, the deceptiveness that he's just able to provide from an offensive perspective. It's definitely poetry. It is. It's something that is magical. It feels like he has the basketball on a string. And watching him dance and watching him go to work, There's a reason why he's up there. And he hasn't even had the best game today, but he's gotten his points, that's for sure. And then Robert Wright III. You saw him connect on a three. You saw him have a couple of hard finishes over to the basket. He's a good ball handler, and I do think that as far as his shooting has gone, he's been attempting shots and he's been making his points, but the Horned Frogs have taken everybody else out of the equation except for those two guys. They both combined of 19 of the 30 points scored by the Cougars. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Rebounding battle. The Horned Frogs are out rebounding them, 18-14 on the glass. Now, BYU does have 7 offensive boards. But, yeah. Ugh. No streaming tomorrow, by the way. I will not be here tomorrow. On Friday, we got another Sixers game, and then Saturday, we got afternoon college hoops, and then we got an evening football game, and that'll be fun to cover for sure. I'm excited about that. What game are we doing? It's the 8 o'clock one. The 8 o'clock game on Saturday night. That is 49ers and Seahawks. Should be a great, great matchup. Oof, I'm excited about that. Then Sunday we got an afternoon basketball game. The basketball game that'll be taking place on Sunday. It is an early one, and I know that it's a 12 o'clock game. It's the Magic against the Grizzlies. I don't know if Ja's going to play in that, but if Wagner plays, that will be great. And seeing him go up against Jaren Jackson Jr. would be a lot of fun. And then we got both Sunday football games, which we will also be covering. And that will be Texans and Patriots at 3 o'clock. And then the Rams and the Bears, they play at 6:30. We'll be covering all of that too. And that'll be fun. Dude, I really messed up my final score prediction tonight for the 76ers game. But it happens, you know. It definitely happens. 118-108 was my final score prediction. But I was wrong. It's out of any of the sports, it's obviously so hard to nail a basketball score. It really is. Football is not easy either, but basketball, as far as nailing the score, that is so hard. It's the hardest one. Chad, if you're just tuning on in, like, what are your actual thoughts about us covering college hoops? I mean, I know that there's people that obviously are into, like, the Philadelphia sports stuff, and those are the people that I obviously cater to when it comes to the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles, but I would like to hear your thoughts for those of you that are on here. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about me covering it, is my question to you. I just wanted to challenge myself. That's really all it is. Like, I really wanted to step a little bit out of my comfort zone of what I've been doing. I mean, I've called college basketball games before, but the hard part is that I've done it for a team. Like, when you're doing it for a region or you're just always studying two teams, like, it's a little bit different. Like, the first game when you're doing college sports or when you're doing any sport, you always look at the roster and you always, you're like learning two rosters, and then eventually you're just learning one because you know the team that you're covering. This is just a little bit different, of course, because I wanted to challenge myself and do some other types of games and follow other teams. And I'm new to the college basketball landscape, and obviously you're able to tell. But I do feel like that with experience and with time, you know, I take patience with this. This, I don't think, doesn't hurt the channel at all whatsoever. I think it can only help. And I'm just happy. I'm happy that we're able to try this, because if I was doing this for a company, I would have prepared obviously more differently, and I'd be doing things differently because, that's just that's just how it goes. I'd have my spotting charts, and I'd be preparing, of course, like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. But this is the YouTube side of things. All right. Arizona State, by the way, is down 66-59 with 9:47 to go in the second half. Michigan, the Wolverines, they lead the Huskies 63-57. There's less than 9 minutes to go in the second half of that game. The Blue Devils taking on California, 41-39 is the score. Duke is up by 2. And then TCU and BYU, of course, ready to start off the second half right now. A lot of final scores today. Texas beat Vanderbilt 80-64. And that was an upset because Vanderbilt was ranked 10th. Texas not even ranked at all. Illinois also won against Northwestern. No upset there. 79-68 score of that game. And then Stanford actually did upset North Carolina. The Tar Heels lost 95-90. Stanford's 14-4, but again, not ranked. North Carolina ranked 14th. And then Texas Tech, they won against Utah 88-74. Arkansas 108-74 in that game against South Carolina. Purdue won by 7 against Iowa, 79-72, final of that game too. Ole Miss beat Georgia in overtime, 97-95. And last but not least, Utah State won by 9 points against Nevada, 71-62. Final score, Falslev ended up getting 26 points for Utah State University, and he went off today. We're back to start off the second half of things out at BYU, home of the Cougars, of course. 36-30 is the score, and we're back in action. So here come the Horned Frogs on the other side. A catch-and-shoot three by Edmonds. He puts it up and puts it on in. He picks up right where he left off in the first half. And this guy is just shooting the lights out. And so that'll increase the lead by 9. Or to 9, that is. Here we go. BYU operating on the offensive side. The three by DeBonsta, no good. Offensive board by Wright, and he could not put it up and in as TCU's defense stood strong. The Trees did their jobs, including Punch and Edmonds, over down low on the block. Here's a spin-around, turn-around jump shot for Edmonds. Speaking of the devil, and he can't hit the mid-range J that time. And has to get back over on the defensive side. Right over down low on the block. Hands it off to Saunders. Saunders initiates the contact. Puts it up and in as well. And we'll have an and one opportunity for the Cougars. Pierre played as good defense as you could possibly ask for on the first try. And then, just an excellent elbow by Richie Saunders to just be able to back him off. He sort of stiff-armed him. And the end one is good. It's cash. 39-33. TCU in the driver's seat right now. They do lead it by 6. Richie Saunders has made 4 of his 5 foul shots in this game. And he has 8 points. Half of them have come from the line in this one. Jaden Pierre has to be careful. He's in foul trouble. He has 3 personal fouls in this game and only 2 points. Not a good game for him. Harding with the bounce pass over to Edmonds, that is. Edmonds finding Punch down low. And finally, David Punch able to get his first 2 points of the game. He was in the dunker spot and was ready to just lay it up and in. And he got himself an open lane there. On the drive over to the basket is Wright. Wright looking for some help. Kicks it out over to DeBonsta. DeBonsta rolling down the lane. Euro step again. And one. DeBonsta comes out with a flash. Makes a little bit of a statement, and the crowd is loving it. And they're all fired up on their feet as well. Back-to-back and one opportunities for the Cougars. The foul was on Brock Harding, and DeBonsta looking to make a statement at the line. 10 points in this contest tonight for DeBonsta. And here's the foul shot. It's good. It's now a 5-point ball game. And BYU making some explosive plays so far on offense. 41-36, 17:55 remaining in this second half. Here's, again, a drive to the basket and a kick out from Harding over towards the near side. It was deflected by Davis, or Cada, that is. Cada deflected it, but somehow TCU gets it back. They just lost it again. David Punch lost the ball, and it just went on out of bounds. There's a bad turnover there. And it'll be Cougars ball now. All right, what if we do this? What if we do this? Nope, it's not going to show. Yes, it will, maybe, actually. I'm going to put this down here, and let's see if this works. Maybe this will be better. Yeah. Again, trial and error, guys. Here we go. Here's a shot that's up and no good. That was A.J. DeBonsta. I like how this is side by side. It might be a little bit easier to see now. DeBonsta playing defense on the handoff from Edmonds over to Lelevichus, and that's no good. Rebound by Punch. Over on the other side. A straight on three by DeBonsta, and he knocks down another one. And now it's a 2-point ball game. DeBonsta is on fire, folks. Yeah, I like this a lot better. I like this in front of this. No, you can't really see the score. Then I can look up over here. That's good. A.J. DeBonsta. Or as we should call him, A.J. DeMonsta. Crazy. Nice. I like that. How's everybody's night going? It is 12:31 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh boy, you guys are absolutely awesome. It's past your bedtime, man. Past the bedtime, go to bed. What are you all doing up? Watching college basketball. It's probably another reason why people aren't tuning on in. I always forget that it is nighttime over where you guys are at. It's nighttime here. What are you talking about, JJ? It's 12:32 a.m. True. That is true. Whew. Flyers lost tonight. That's bad news. Lost to Buffalo. They're cold now. I don't know about the Flyers, man. They're hot, and then they're cold. It's just how it goes. Who's excited for NFL playoffs? You guys excited for the weekend? I'm excited for the weekend. I really am. I'm all pumped up. I'm all fired up about it, man. I am. It's going to be a lot of fun watching these divisional matchups. I think that my favorite, the game that I'm most looking forward to, if I'm being honest with you, I mean, I think San Fran Seattle is going to be a lot of fun. I just do. I think that game is going to be insane. The Bears game should be interesting for sure. But I mean, they're all gonna. They all look like that they should be good games. But Rams Bears, I would say that to me is third. Second is Bills, Broncos, and 1 is 49ers, Seahawks. That's where I stand. Okay, here we go. 41-39, 16 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this second half. BYU is knocking on the door, and TCU wants to try to capitalize and add on to their lead here. So Edmonds with a handoff that's supposed to go over to Harding at the top of the key. There's a bounce pass and another handoff again. That goes over to Punch with a handoff again to Toulson, and another 3, no good. Number 13, that was Keita getting his 5th rebound of the ball game. Keita to the Bonsta again with a little hook shot. Could not hit the how do you do there. Offensive rebound by Keita. They reset it back outside, and Maboop goes up with a tray. No, another offensive rebound, and that was Maboop who tried to grab his own miss. Couldn't lay it up and in, but on the follow-through, Keita got it to go. And we're tied at 41. Meanwhile, Posey looked like that he tried to be aggressive going down into the lane. And Keita, I don't think did he foul him? Yes, he did. He made the 2, and he'll go to the line for 1 more. See, what kind of confuses me is when I look at the scoreboard here, it's a little bit delayed. And then they have a little bit of a delay when they make the bucket. So, Keita has 3 fouls in this one. So he is in some foul trouble. Micah Robinson will sub on in for TCU, and Xavier Edmonds will have a little seat. Kennard Davis Jr. back in for BYU as well. So they're starting 5. It's DeBonsta, Davis Jr., Saunders, Wright, and Maboop. On the outside is DeBonsta, rolling down the lane, getting past Posey, and also Punch, and he puts it up and is able to get that one to go. AJ DeBonsta again with another floater. All right, it's a 44-43 game. Seth says Bo Bichette is joining the Phillies. I got fooled once. I knew it wasn't true before. Nothing yet. Nothing official yet. Still nothing. Get this deal done. Yep. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Seth, thanks so much for coming on here, man. We have a TV timeout. AJ DeBonsta ended up making a jumper, and then there was a foul on Richie Saunders, that is. And so a TV timeout will be taken at the 15:37 marker here in the second half of this Cougars Horned Frogs game. Seth, you are the man. Happy to see you on here, my friend. What's going on, man? Appreciate you for stopping on by. We've been doing some college hoops and trying to implement some of that to the channel, so that's really awesome. And we'll be doing some more college basketball on Saturday afternoon. We got one game at 12 o'clock, and then we got another game at 4 o'clock. So that'll be a lot of fun. I don't have the schedule out in front of me right now, but and then we got Sixers games, and then we got NFL playoffs. So trying to just add and do some more stuff for the channel, do some more play-by-play, and grow the community, but also just, find a way to just challenge myself. Does anybody play piano or play like an instrument? I used to play piano, but I don't know, I know the basics. I do. I could play Heart and Soul, and I could read music, not chords, nothing like that. But I bring this up. It's a very random question because I think it would be cool. And I don't really know how high on my list this is going to be this year, but I think it would actually be really cool to like fluidly learn how to play piano. You know? I know that my mom used to play the violin. My sister played timpanis when she was in marching band, and obviously she, she plays electric guitar, and she's a singer-songwriter. She does a really good job. You should go check her out. Her name is Alyssa Joseph, by the way. Had to just throw in the plug to just do that for her, of course. If any of my mods are on here, if you could find the website and drop that down below, I'd appreciate that. Flyers are making me sad again, JJ. 76ers need to stay healthy, says Seth. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, man, like the Flyers, I think I cursed them. I do. I think I cursed them. Ever since I went there, they have not won a game. I went to the Toronto Maple Leafs game. I saw Scott Lawton get that goal, and I think I cursed them. I really do. I will take full responsibility for doing that, and I apologize to the Philadelphia faithful because that's not cool. So I guess no more games for me this year. 44-43, TCU up on top. As far as the Sixers go, the Sixers do need to stay healthy. They did not have a good game tonight. Neither did the Flyers. I mean, gosh, they got blown out tonight. 15-25 left to go in the second half. Here's a little dribble handoff that goes down low on the block to Toulson. Toulson to David Punch. Punch looking to back down his defender and take on Mbupe. And we have another foul issued. And then Mbupe gets called for the personal. I hear you, though, man. See, let me ask you this, okay? The Flyers. Who do you think the Flyers should get at the deadline? It's my question to you. Who should they go after in the deadline? At the deadline. 45-43. Punch at the line. Does make the first free throw. Kadeem Mbupe gets called for the foul. And the second free throw, he got it to go. It's now a 3-point lead for the Horned Frogs. And so here we go again. Saunders on the outside. He gets stopped in his tracks. Looking to pass it over to Bonsta again. Crosses over again. Backs down his defender. Spins, turns, looking to put up a shot. It's contested. It's up. It's good as well. And one. DeBonsta is just doing everything to torment the Horned Frogs, and he is absolutely in takeover mode. Again, how much can Jace Posey just do to try to stop him? I mean, he did everything right. Just a very good offense from DeBonsta. And the foul shot is good. As the crowd, again, getting loud. AJ with now 19 points. He's converted on all 6 free throws. And we are tied at 46 apiece. Xavier Edmonds will sub back on in for the Horned Frogs. And he will be back into the action. Harding operating as the point guard at the top of the key. Gets crossed on over by Wright, but he still keeps his dribble alive. Down low is Edmonds, working up against Mbappe, and the little floater is up. It's no good, and we have another foul. Is that on Saunders? Gosh, if that's on Saunders, it looks like he's going to sub on out right now. That's his 3rd personal foul in this game. Bobichette that's joining the Phillies. You got to get this done. Yeah. By the way, the Blue Devils are up 50-47, and there's less than 10 minutes to go in the second half of that game. That's now 4 fouls on Richie Saunders. So I had to up that up by 1. Kayla just subbed on in for BYU. Another 3 and another miss. And that was Xavier Edmonds again, not able to capitalize. AJ over on the near side, dumping it off over to Wright, and Wright goes up with a baby hook, and we have another foul issued on the Frogs. Ooh. Michigan also up 78-65 in their game that they're playing against Washington. Kadeem also has 4 fouls. Gosh, getting into foul trouble on both sides, I guess. It's been a very physical game. I mean, I really just enjoy watching physical basketball where both teams show hunger, they are relentless, and they just have that fire lit underneath them. Harding on the near side, passing it over to Posey for a wide-open three-point shot, and he is really cold. He is ice cold in this game. DeBonsta, another 3. Man, he missed it over from the far corner. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson for the Horned Frogs. Went off of his left hand. Still tied at 46. It's been a stalemate for what feels like it's been the last 10 minutes, but it's only been the last couple of minutes. Either team has been able to buy a bucket since the 15 and a half minute marker, right? Yeah. Another timeout taken by the Cougars as they will go back to the drawing board. We're tied at 46, and we'll be right back in just a little bit. A big storyline is that AJ has had 8 points in the first half and 11 in the second half of this matchup so far. He gets it on over in the backcourt for the BYU Cougars. A dribble handoff over to Wright on the near side. Wright outside again to Boskovic for a 3. Kodaks! And BYU takes the lead, 49-46, as they lead it by 3 points. Edmonds at the top of the key, comes away with the screen as Robinson sets a little pick for him. Pierre gets the ball back. Pierre inside, outside to Posey on the near corner. Posey being heavily guarded by Keita, puts up a baby hook on a turnaround jump shot. It's a little bit short, and DeBonsta snatches his 4th board of this game. AJ turns around, goes up with a tough 2. Great defense there by Xavier Edmonds. He was absolutely all in his wheelhouse, didn't give him any sort of breathing room, and the ball ends up going on out of bounds. It'll still be Horned Frogs ball. Still be BYU ball, excuse me. Another little lob pass that goes over to Pierre again at the top of the key, working around his defender, almost broke his ankles, and then Pierre lost it, and they're going to say that it was, who touched it last? Micah Robinson will sub on out for Jace Posey, and Leotaris Lelevicius stepping on back in for TCU as well. Still be Cougars ball. Inbound pass goes on over to Lelevicius, who goes down over towards the baseline, initiates the contact, gets it to go, and he's all fired up too. Gosh, man, AJ DeBonsta just able to lock down everybody, and they just cannot solve them. And the foul is on Punch. Just 4 points for David Punch in this game. 3 rebounds. It's been all AJ all the time here in this second half. He's at the line for the end one, and he drains it to give BYU a 6-point lead. 12 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in regulation of this one. Pierre Lelevicius, Punch, Edmonds, and Toulson all out there for the Horned Frogs. They can't get another bucket to go again, and the Cougars have momentum, but they lose it. As Wright got it, and then he looked to try to give it up downhill over to Cada, and it was just out of his vicinity. A.J. DeBonsta, with most consecutive 20-point games in Big 12 history, he's actually second. He's behind Trey Young. Again, we talked about him. He had 18. Another spot-up three. Bingo! Oh, man! An incredible shot by Jaden Pierre. And so that is going to cut the deficit to 3 for the Horned Frogs. Okay, the Cougars look to respond on the other side. AJ, oh my goodness! He's done it again! Just hit himself another triple. 55-49. He has 25. Magic up his sleeve, if you will. And he increases the lead again. 55-49 with 11 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this second half. Oh gosh. All right, let's put up our vertical scenes, and let's put up our vertical live stream. There it is. For some reason it wasn't showing up. Another timeout taken. And so the Cougars and the Frogs will be right back in a little bit. Vertical scenes, get rid of that. Nice. Very, very nice. Whew. Time is at 12:51 a.m. Eastern Time. How many people do we have tapping on in, man? How many people? We got one person. That's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Ugh. 55-49. It's been nice. It's been very nice. I've been streaming for 2 hours. If you're watching this on playback, by the way, I know that there's some people that do that. I don't necessarily know if they're going to be doing it for my college basketball stuff. But I hope that you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day. And I hope that you guys are doing well. Sometimes in life, I think that we all tend to miss out on the bigger picture of things, and we get so sucked into the moment, and we have a hard time zooming out. And what I think is crazy about sports, what I think is really interesting, is that we're all so zoomed on in when we look at even just a team like the Eagles this year. We're so zoomed in on what they didn't do this year. And you think about Patullo getting fired. All they had to do was try to do this during the middle of the season. But my point is you zoom out and you think to yourself, damn, they won the Super Bowl. They won 2 Super Bowls in the last 8 years. Which, when you really think about it, it's like, wow. Like, we got to see them win twice. And I feel like that after they lost, I was heartbroken about it. I was really upset. But then as I processed everything, I said, you know what? I'm just really happy that they ended up getting to the finish line and that I got to be there to enjoy those moments, because that was a lot of fun. And I, as a sports fan, will always remember the night that they won against the Chiefs. I will remember that for the rest of my life. And I think that that's what sports does for us. And sometimes when we just get so focused on plays that are in the moment or bad things going on, we just don't zoom out, and we tend to not think about the good times. And I'm hoping that we can provide that with the more games that we do on here, or that the teams can provide it, and our commentary can do that. 55-49 is the score. 11:15 left remaining in the second half of this game. So Cada hands it off over to Davis. Now it's DeBonsta again, working around his defender. It's punch, passes it out to a three-point shooter. And the rebound was made by the Cougars. Another foul issued on the Horned Frogs. But yeah, this is pretty cool. How much time left? 11:04 to go in the second half. This is calming. It's cool. Oh, dude, he has blood on his lips. Oof, that sucks. There's going to be a challenge here, as the refs are going to go back on over to the scorer's table, with exactly 11:03 to go in the second half. We'll see what this is. It looked like on the box out that Davis Jr. elbowed, ended up elbowing that TCU player in the mouth. That was Jaden Pierre. Looked like he just elbowed him right in the mouth. Oof. And that's why his lip was bleeding a little bit. I'm not really much of a video game type of a guy. I do like to play Toontown sometimes. I still do. I used to play it a lot when I was a kid. My sister got me into the game. It's an online game. They actually made a rewritten version for the fans. Toontown Online, I think, has been out since they've been done since like 2012, I think. But I still play Toontown Rewritten from time to time. And that's fun. But I did used to play Fortnite. I played Fortnite probably 2018, 2019, but I never really got back into playing video games. Rocket League I was never really much of a fan of. I like playing MLB The Show, but I didn't play competitively. I didn't do any of the My Careers, the My Stories, or anything like that. Same thing with the other sports games like Madden. But I'm not a big video game guy. And people might find that weird, especially Gen Z, Gen Alpha, because I know that there's people, especially a part of that generation, that are like, oh my gosh, there's so many great video games. And I know of the good ones that are out there now. Of course, Minecraft has been around for a while, but Marvel Rivals was popular for a little bit of time. I do follow streamers, so I'm able to, keep up with what are some of the hot games still, which is nice. 55-49, so the challenge was, I believe, unsuccessful. Another fall down three, and that was by DeBonsta again. No good offensive board, and it goes on out of bounds. And it'll be last touched by TCU. Take your time, my man. Keep the good pace going, Snow. Thanks so much for being on here, man. I appreciate you. 10 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the second half of this game. The Cougars, they lead it by 6. Again, Edmonds leading the way for the Horned Frogs with 17 points. Scored a lot in the first half, and he's been a little bit cold in the second half. And, of course, A.J. DeBonsta just having himself a terrific second half. He has 25 total in this game. He had 9 points in the first half and has just been going off here in half number 2. We have a region foul called. 55-49. TCU had the ball, and the foul was on Mahalo Boskovic. Just reached on in there. Right in this game, also with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been a little bit cold as of lately. But we do have some foul shots coming up. As Mahalo got called for a foul. This will be a 1-and-1 situation. 10.5 minutes to go in this second half. And the first free throw is going to go on it. And that will make it 55-50. TCU at the line. They only have 2 timeouts left. Each team actually only has 2 timeouts left. So David Punch, who's been very quiet in this game, leading the scoring on the season for the Horned Frogs, only 5 points, and he does not capitalize on the second free throw. BYU able to take advantage again off the glass. Kada gets it down low, hands it off to Boskovic, and they'll reset again with A.J. DeBonsta at the point. A.J. looks to get a screen, takes it down the lane, puts up a Euro step. Could not finish strong that time. Offensive rebound, though, and the putback is good by Davis Jr. There were 2 Horned Frogs down there that just could not box him out, and he was just able to put it up, and it was a soft touch, and it was as soft as a pillow, and it still went on in. 57-50. Another spot-up 3 by Harding for TCU. They couldn't get it, but they grab an offensive board. And they'll swing it outside. It'll go to Punch. Punch with one more for a wide-open 3-point shot, and that'll go in and out by Toulson. He was hot in the last game and has been shivering ice cold in this one. Again, a layup as trying to go coast to coast is right. Couldn't connect that time, and they got to get back on defense, the Cougars that is. They trap the shooter down low in the dunker spot. Here's a shot that goes up, and it's good. I'll tell you, Edmonds just made an excellent bounce pass, or Edmonds got an excellent bounce pass from Punch, and Edmonds able to take advantage of the double team and just put it up and put up the floater and get it to fall. 9:05 to go in half number 2 of this one. Out in BYU, Cougars this year 15-1. They're 3-0 in Big 12 play. A step back Jay from right, close but not quite there. And we have another rebound as TCU has numbers on the other side. Driving it over towards the cup is Harding, and Harding makes the 2, and we're going to have a timeout taken. 57-54, still plenty of time left to go. Harding actually missed the layup and I believe that there was a goaltending that was called there. David Punch did end up getting the offensive rebound, and he put it back up and he put it on in. Thank you all so much for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. TCU does take a timeout. 8:43 remaining in the second half of this game. The purple and white are down by 3 with less than 9 minutes to go. As far as both teams' stats tonight, the Cougars, again, we talked about their lack of three-point shooting. Well, they're 4 for 19, but the Horned Frogs not really much better. They're 6 for 20. So they're both 10 for 39 combined, and that's only good enough for less than 25%. That's pretty, just a little bit over 75%. Yeah, 25%. I couldn't necessarily do the math there. It's a little bit late. It's 1:03 a.m. Eastern Time. JJ, you should go to bed. Nope, not going to bed. Calling a basketball game because it's 11 o'clock, or started at 11 o'clock, and we decided to be crazy tonight. 8 minutes and 42 seconds are left to go in this second quarter. or the second half, that is. Here we go, taking it all the way over towards the baseline and driving up inside. No good. And on the follow-through, is that good? No, it's not. That was number 30 for the Cougars. That was Kennard Davis Jr., who tried to go up with it the first time. And on the second time, Richie Saunders not able to hit the layup either. Where is it? Sorry, had to get back into this. There it is. Nice. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second half of play out in Cougar land. Driving it downhill is Harding, trying to hit the reverse layup, and he does with the offhand. He got it to go. Brock Harding in this game has made some tough shots, also has assisted on some tough baskets. And speaking of getting assists there, well, Saunders got an excellent pass from Wright and ends up taking advantage of it. And now it's a 61-56 ball game. Now it's a 5-point lead for BYU. All right, another spot up three for the Horned Frogs. Couldn't get it that time, and a foul issued. It was a loose ball foul with 7.5 minutes of play left to go. It's that Tanner Toulson who missed the three. Ooh, man. Another timeout taken, by the way. This will be a TV timeout. Then there's one more timeout, correct, Snow? If Snow's here, there's one more timeout, right? One more TV timeout. Said it was 16, 12, 8, and 4. So I'm pretty sure that that is correct. Whew. I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Going out with my dad and my cousin. That should be fun. And Friday, we're back here. Friday, I've been making sure that every day that I just stay busy and that I have stuff to do, whether it's for the channel or if it's just for me personally, really trying to get into the habit of doing better things. I've been as far as portion sizes go, I've been cutting down on that, and I've been still making sure that I obviously get food in me, but my portion sizes have been better. Been taking better care of myself for the most part, and also trying to stay on top of doing these types of things as far as making shorts goes, editing content, and also making other goals. The job doesn't end, and I feel like over the last couple of months, just from a personal perspective, it's been sort of hard for me to find structure, and I ended up dog sitting for my cousin, who lives in Fishtown, and that was really cool. And just being independent and being in the city while I was there, I really felt like it was, I don't want to say eye-opening, but I do feel like that it helped me with certain things, making my own meals, being more independent, and also just zooming out and figuring out what I want to do for the channel, how I can grow it and plan on doing things that I feel like can help elevate me to where I want to be. And I feel like ever since I came back, it's been so much of a refresher where, we planned everything out, and now it's just every day. It's just constant work. It's constantly doing things. I have things that I even have on my list that I just have not been able to cross off yet. Like I still haven't even gotten my car washed, and I've been wanting to do that for a couple of weeks. But, it's been very productive, I would say. So, But finding that structure, especially when, you don't have a 9 to 5, it's tough. It's really not easy. And being able to navigate through that, I do think I think that I've been getting a lot better at tackling that. I'm proud of myself. 7.5 minutes left to go in the second half. The Cougars up by 5 against the Horned Frogs. Swing it outside over towards the near side. And that is Harding on the near side. He gets it back. Harding with a handoff pass to Toulson. And Toulson puts up a baby hook over Mboop. And he got it, man. That was awesome. 61-58. TCU won last season in the series history. They ended up winning last year's game that they played against the Cougars. And they're looking to get themselves another win. The Cougars, though, have Saunders, that is, trying to buzz his way down low, and he's fouled. 6 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the second half of this game. Here's the free throw. It's good to make it a 62-58 ball game. And the second foul shot, that is good too. And that'll increase the lead to 5. Richie Saunders having himself quite a game. 12 points. He is 6 for 7 from the field. Saunders, 24 years old. Of course, from Wasatch Academy in Mount Pleasant, Utah. All right, here we go. 6.5 minutes left. The Cougars trying to play defense as the Horned Frogs just made a 3. That was a splasher from Tanner Toulson. And so it's now a 2-point ball game with 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this second half of play. Could not close out on the shooter, and that was certainly a problem there. Saunders is trapped. And he draws up a double team, dribbles around the timeline, crosses over again, hands it back off, and it goes all the way over towards the outside to Pierre, who puts up another 3. It's up and it's a little bit short. Another offensive rebound, and that'll go to Saunders yet again. Saunders with the layup this time. Not quite that time. 5:43 left to go in the second half of this game. Another layup, and a scoop and score is good, and we're tied at 63. Xavier Edmonds got the steal, and Micah Robinson with the follow-through to tie it up at 63 apiece. 5:25 to go, a catch-and-shoot 3, blocked and denied by Toulson. It was Davis Jr. attempting that 3, and Toulson just swatted that basketball away like it was a fly. Oh, man, he got a hand on it and just stopped that momentum from coming. Tanner Toulson pulling one out of his tool bag. There was a foul on Xavier Edmonds. 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in this game. This was probably going to come on down to the wire. Oh, boy. And we're going to have some free throws coming on up. BYU will have some foul shots coming on up right now. Kadeem Mboop at the line. It's a 1-on-1 situation. He misses the foul shot, and the Frogs get the rebound. And they're going to try to get the lead back again as we're right in the seesaw. Jaden Pierre just subbed back on in. Xavier Edmonds came on out, and David Punch, the leader of the team, well, he's back in there, too. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 for the lead. No good. Oh, man, that was Micah Robinson who got the rebound. And not able to. Micah Robinson actually put up the 3, and it was rebounded by BYU. Here's another catch-and-shoot 3 on the other side by Saunders. No. Offensive rebound. The follow-through, that's no good either. And on the putback, tried by Mboop, he couldn't get it to go. How about the Horned Frogs? Their post defense was incredible that time. Wright on a drive over towards Pierre on the drive over towards the basket, tries to lay it up, can't lay it in, but there's a foul called. Kadeem Mboop was aggressive down low as he tried to tip it back up and in, and just couldn't do so. And so we were going to, I think, have some more foul shots. Lomball, thanks so much for coming on in, man. I appreciate you. 4.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Keba Keita has 4 fouls, only 4 points in this game. He has to be careful. TCU is going to try to get the lead. It's another 1-and-1 situation. BYU's foul trouble. Well, it's Saunders and Keita really that have been in a lot of foul trouble. TCU, Pierre has 4 personal fouls. Okay. Punch with the foul shot. No. And BYU corrals another miss. The free throw shooting for the Horned Frogs not coming up clutch in this second half. There's 12 for 18 from the line. Meanwhile, the Cougars are 17 for 21. Oh, baby, floater inside is up, and it is no good. And the Cougars couldn't make it that time. A little handoff pass that goes on over to Robinson at the top of the key for the Horned Frogs. Here we go. Driving downhill was Harding. Harding zigzagging past the trees. Dumps it off again over to Posey. Posey was covered that time. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're going to throw it away. It was a bad pass that led to an interception for the Cougars. 3:45 left to go in the second half of this game. A screen comes by Keita. The question is, will Wright use it? He does. He puts it up and puts it in. The Cougars get control again. Robert Wright, first half, 11 points. He was quiet up until that moment in time, and you can't leave. I mean, if you poke the bear, you're eventually going to wake him up. 65-63. Here's a handoff pass that goes to Posey. Posey back outside. A 3 by Punch. No good. Oh, darn it. Or was that Tolson? That was Tolson, excuse me, who attempted the 3 there. And the Cougars again controlling the tempo. The rebounding battle has been certainly in the Cougars' favor in this game. They're out rebounding them 46-35 on the glass. And with 2:57 to go, we have another timeout taken. Still plenty of basketball left in this game, folks. A.J. DeBonsta is having himself a monstrous game. He just is. I don't know why I ended it like that, but we have an official TV timeout. Oh, man. Justin Wavy, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's go. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We're covering some more college basketball hoops. So if you guys enjoy, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. We cover the Sixers, the Eagles, and the Phillies on this channel primarily. But we're going to be doing some more college basketball. We got 2 games this weekend. I'm excited about it. Oh, boy. This is a late one. Is this the final game that's on right now? Is this the last one? I believe so, right? This is it. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is the final game, man. Come on, Frogs. Lomball, thanks so much for tuning on in, man. I mean, I know I probably said that like twice, but it's just good to see you, you know? It's good to see you on here. Every other game is done, except for this one. This is the only, American sport that's left right now. Is this it? Yeah. All the women's basketball games finished today, too. It's just this one. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know down below. It's 1:18 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Time. Why aren't you guys in bed? Just kidding. Best college basketball name of all time? Let me know down below. Baumholtz says both my teams lost today. Yep, the Penguins. And, of course, your Tar Heels, man. I mean, I'm not going to get started about your Tar Heels, but, man, Stanford won. Can't believe it. I ain't going to get started, though. But, yep. Best basketball name of all time. We had this guy. I like to say this story. We had a baseball player. Listen to this. We had a baseball player when I was in college. His name was Trip McCaffrey. Okay? Trip McCaffrey. He was a center fielder. He was a speedster. I think he hit like 2 inside the park home runs his senior year when I was there. But Trip McCaffrey, that was a fun one. Football, we had a running back, and the running back's name was Messiah Divine. Messiah Divine. That was another fun one. But yeah, best college basketball names, but those aren't basketball. We did have a guy. Oh, what was his name? It's gonna bug me. Deontay Baugh. Yeah, Deontay Baugh. He was a center for us. He was like 6 feet 10 inches tall. He was a very good finisher. I liked his name too. He was good. Here we go. BYU trying to capitalize. Robert Wright is at the line, and he's going to make the first foul shots. Again, he was held in check in the second half up until a couple of minutes ago. And the second free throw he attempts, it's up, and it's in. What you guys think? Will the game end under 150? I don't know, man. I appreciate you for being on here, though, Amir. What's going on? 2:50 left to go in the second half of this game. Crossing on over towards the near side is Harding. Harding gets it back, being heavily guarded by A.J. DeBonsta. Harding looking for some help, passes it back outside. Here's a three by Robinson, no good. And rebounded and taken away by Cada. Oh, boy, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left remaining in this second half of play. BYU just shooting 18% from three, and they're looking to try to close this thing out here. With the ball on the other side is Pierre. And here's another three that's up, and that one is good by Saunders on the near side. I said Pierre, I meant to say right. Oh, man, how could I screw that up? 70-63, 2 minutes left to go in the second half of this game. A drive to the basket. That's up, and that's good. TCU not going away just yet. And now it's a 5-point ball game. Big time play there, and that was, again, Harding with a tough finish, and no foul called. 1:40 left to go. With the ball is Roberts. That's Robert Wright, and being heavily guarded by Harding again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A screen comes. It's by Cada. Robinson throws it out of the double team, finds Cada down low on the block, puts it up, and puts it in. 72-65. TCU is hurrying up their offense, and again, over on the near side is Harding. Another dribble handoff to Pierre. Over towards the outside is Robinson, buzzing his way downhill. Rejected again downhill by Cada. Oh, he came back with a chase down block. And BYU has all the momentum with 1 minute left to go in the second half of this game. Oh, gosh, they're trying to pull it away here. And so Wright has it, and again, he's in no particular hurry, trying to milk that clock down. 49.5 seconds left to go. Harding guarding him and not giving him any sort of breathing room. Here's A.J. DeBonsta for the dagger. No! Offensive rebound by Wright, but we have another foul called. It is a loose ball foul. 40.9 seconds left to go in the second half of this game. My favorite names are Dick Shiner, football player, and Dennis Oil Can Boyd. Dennis Oil Can Boyd played baseball. Who'd he play baseball for? You'll have to let me know down below. 72-65 is the score right now with 40.8 seconds left. We had a foul issued. It was on Pierre, and I believe that he is done. He just fouled out of the game. And so more free throws coming on up. It'll be Saunders at the line to try to cash in his 16th point, and he does. The Cougars looking to put the finishing touches on this game. They lead it by 8. Their next game that they play will be against Texas Tech, and that'll be on Saturday night, January 17th. The foul shot, no good that time. 73-65. Here's another drive to the basket. That's up, and that's good by Harding. I'll tell you what, this guy has certainly been a pest down low. 29 seconds to go. TCU is going to burn its final timeout. And BYU leads it by 6. There's 29 seconds left. I mean, there's still time. You can certainly play the foul game. We've seen crazy things happen in college basketball, so it's not like that the Horned Frogs are technically out of this yet. He played for mainly the Red Sox, I believe. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. 29 seconds to go in this game. Let's go. See, now the question is, right, how quickly, if you're TCU, how quickly do you foul? I mean, obviously, you got to be very quick with it, but BYU is going to have to obviously play hot potato here. So the scenario for them is just to try to milk as much clock down as you can. There's 18 seconds that are left on the shot clock, by the way. So that means there's 11 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. All righty, 73-67 is the score. Edmonds in this game, 19 points leading the way for the TCU Horned Frogs, but Saunders, Wright, and DeBonsta have just been, again, having themselves quite a big three type of a day. BYU is going to have to inbound this full court-wise. They're going to hand it off. The ball got swatted away, and it's going to be TCU ball, I believe. Oh, it went on out of bounds. I don't think that there was a foul. 73-67, I think it went on out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Oh, this game's not done yet. Oh, gosh. And TCU is going to get the ball back. They will inbound it over from the near side. And it'll be Harding on the inbound pass. And now, I guess, if you're TCU, do you go for the 3 here? Might just want to go for a quick 2. They're going to inbound it over to Toulson. Here's a dribble handoff that goes back on over to Harding. Harding for 3. Oh, it's no good. And the rebound, again, is going to go to BYU, and they throw it over towards the near side, but a foul is called. Man, he got the look. It was a good look for Harding. He was wide open at the top of the key, and then Cada just was able to grab the rebound, or Saunders, that is, and then Saunders ended up getting fouled. Had the look there. Oh, gosh. They set up a beautiful play. Just could not capitalize. Saunders at the line, 16 points. And about half of them have come from the line this time. And he puts up the first foul shot, and that one is good. No timeouts left for TCU. BYU technically still has 2 timeouts left. But boy, did they need that 3. Here's another free throw, and that should just about do it. 75-67. 18.4 seconds left to go in this game, and TCU is ready to pick it on up, and we're going to have another stoppage of play here. I think that they have to re-inbound the basketball. Referee was calling for the ball back. Don't know why. Guess that something was a little bit off. Cougars are all over the boards. Yes, they are. Here's the inbound pass, and that goes on over to Harding. 15 seconds left. Shot clock's unplugged. Harding downhill, and losing the basketball is going to be Toulson. And so another BYU steal, and they foul immediately, and we're going to walk the floor. The difference of this game, folks, really just all comes down to A.J. DeBonsta, who just absolutely stepped up in that second half. and was able to just take full control. Thought that the Horned Frogs did a good job of letting him, I thought that they did a good job of playing physical defense on him in the first half, and AJ got a little bit more separation, and then he started to make some tough shots. Here's the first foul shot. The foul, by the way, was on Tanner Toolson for TCU, and the first free throw is airballed by Keba Keita. He just airballed the free throw. Gosh. I've seen it in the NBA. I've never seen it in college before. And the second foul shot, that was not airballed. He knocked it down. Okay. Harding at the top of the key, giving it back down on the other side. And there's a three by Lelevicius, and it's good. It's a 6-point game, 3.5 seconds left to go. And BYU is going to call a timeout here with exactly 3.5 seconds just to try to take as much clock off as they possibly can. Oh, press the wrong button. Press the wrong button. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's not what I meant to press. But yeah, the 3-point shooting for the Horned Frogs was not good. And neither was the 3-point shooting for the Cougars either. But again, the rebounding is really why the Cougars had the full advantage that they did, especially with what they were able to do in the second half. You got a lot of contributions from Keita. That guy was so quiet in the first half. And then just the team boxing out did a much better job. And I'll tell you, if you're the Cougars, you also have to give a lot of credit to Kevin Young for being able to just to put in Kadeem Mboop, because his minutes in that second half were so big. He got 8 rebounds, he got a steal, and also had a turnover. Made it really tough, really tough for Xavier Edmonds. And I think that that's one of the reasons why he was a little bit more quiet in the second half. And so BYU is going to inbound it, and that's going to do it. The 13th consecutive win for the BYU Cougars. That's their longest winning streak that they've had since the 2009-2010 season, and they get themselves another W. They're now 4-0 in the Big 12. Wow. Yo, JJ, I'm a Cavs fan. GG's tonight. Thanks so much for being on here, man. And GG's to you, too. Yes. So the Cougars win by a final score of 76-70. What a game. What a finish. Got to see a lot of great play in the first half from Xavier Edmonds for the Horned Frogs. Micah Robinson also had some nice plays. And then the big three for the Cougars. Nice game. But yeah, Saunders, Wright, and AJ just were phenomenal. They put up 58 of the Cougars' 76 points. And that's not really a surprise because all three of them have really just been doing it all season long. They love playing together. Their chemistry just continues to build. Robert Wright was getting really hot in the first part of the game. And then he just did a really good job passing the ball. I noticed that the Horned Frogs did a much... They were more so focused on him in the second half, and they took a lot of attention away from guys like AJ, and that was just, honestly, AJ just took advantage, and it was sort of barbecue chicken for him with the way that he was just dealing. So that was, I thought, a big part of the difference. Hello, JJ, you're going at it. It's late. Yeah, well, BYU just finished their game against the Horned Frogs, and the Cougars ended up getting the win. The next BYU game that is going to be televised will be on Saturday. They play against Texas Tech. That game will be at 8 o'clock. It'll be interesting to see how they do against the Red Raiders, who are also 4th in Big 12 play and are 13-4 on the season. Meanwhile, for The Horned Frogs on the other side of things. The Horned Frogs, they will also play their next game on Saturday, if I am correct. It will be on Saturday at 2 o'clock. They end up taking on the Utah Utes, who are 8-9 on the season. So that is going to wrap it up for me. I appreciate you all so much for being on here. Thank you all for your time. And I will catch you all on the next one. Don't know what that closeout was, but I'll be back on Friday. We got another Sixers game on Friday. And then Saturday, we got 2 college basketball games that we're doing. And that's going to be a lot of fun. First, the game at 12 o'clock on Saturday. We got UConn taking on Georgetown. That'll be fun. And then at 4 o'clock, we have the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Oregon Ducks. And then we got the 49ers taking on the Seahawks at night. So we'll be covering all of that. I love you all. Lila Tov. Good night. I will catch you all on the next one.